We are at Adepticon, Clash of Kings tournament on Saturday. I want to take you guys through and show you exactly what's going on. We've got some awesome games that are taking place. It is round 2. The first initial shots have happened. I want to get you through and introduce you to some of the people that we've met. This is Andrew. Everybody is excited to be here. This community is something that we're so excited about. If you've not checked out Kings of War before, this is something that is one of the biggest events that's happening in the U.S. Adepticon is one of the primary places to check things out as they're going on. The tables that are set up are in fantastic shape. We've got armies from all over the place on both sides. 4 rows of Kings of War that happens. So it's a great thing to check out. If you've not had experience in tournaments, we've got brand new players. So it's something that we're seeing opponents help each other out through the entire experience. It's just such a wonderful thing for people that are looking to get into the hobby. This is a great way to get into competitive wargaming because Kings of War is something that can be competitive. We've got tables set up on the outside perimeter that's got 9th Age, Age of Sigmar, and Warhammer Fantasy Battles. Kara Brown right here, she was the winner last year. She is doing fairly well so far as I can tell. I think she tied with her opponent in the first round, which is they were the top 2 going into it, and that's a great situation to be in because that puts her into the middle rounds, and the way that the placing goes with the tournament, she's going to have the ability to face some less difficult opponents and kind of get herself back up there to the top results. So we'll give you some close-ups of the armies and the battles that are going on, and check them out. Everything is gorgeous.
Right, do it.
Alright.
So, turn 90.
We'll start with the champion.
If I was facing this direction, that would be that.
These guys are countering the charge. So she's an individual.
Oh, so they charge it.
Alright, these guys shooting at the hem. Cover, need 6s. 5 again. Welcome back, Mastercrafted Gaming fans. Caleb and Cal coming at you with Kris Kapsner. He is the TO basically for the Midwest.
Chairperson for the Midwest.
Chairperson, I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
That's right. TO for Lady of the Lake GT.
Yes. For the Masters, which is, you may well know, it is the national community of the Kings of War. You can find a lot of information on that. Was it wargamersusa.com?
Yep, wargamersusa.com.
So, you just won your first match.
Yes.
What army were you playing?
The Herd.
I'm sorry, what was it?
The Herd.
Yeah, the Herd. I don't know if you heard that. 2 stampedes. Yeah. Just ran roughshod on somebody, so 2 stampedes. That's the key.
You got to take 2.
How's your Adepticon experience so far?
So far, a blast. You know, this is the first Adepticon I've actually been to. Last year I was planning on coming to Adepticon, and the Lone Wolf GT down in Dallas landed on the same weekend last year as well. And my sister lives in Dallas, and I was like, I really want to go down to one of the Texas GTs because I met all those guys at the first U.S. Masters.
Sure.
Wanted to, do that cross-pollination of players that we are really trying to do across the whole United States with the U.S. Masters scene. So I went down there. This year I said, I'm coming to the Adepticon. Got here yesterday, did a walk through the vendor hall, great time, saw a lot of games that I never even heard of, which is always exciting. And then of course today I'm excited to play 4 games of Kings of War today and 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, man, that's for sure. So, you're running the Midwest for Masters.
Okay.
What the hell do we got to do to get our heads out of our proverbial asses and go Kings of War? We're really fractured as a community.
Super fractured. So, what happened last year, late summer, early fall, the chairperson at that time reached out to TOs, sent out basically an email to every qualifier that had been in place from previous U.S. Masters, and then some others that were up and coming, like my own Lady of the Lake GT up in Duluth. And basically he just said, hey, you tell me what you want me to vote. And it was all over the place. Every TO had a different game that they were kind of going to, but for the most part, many were open to at least trying Kings of War, and that was why the Midwest ended up voting that way. 7 out of the 8 regions in the United States did vote for Kings of War, so that's why the game system shifted over to that. It's been a trying thing in the Midwest because all the TOs, because they were so fractured, said basically, I don't want to commit to a single game, I want to do a mini convention. So Wapaka started this off with that. Blood in the Sun is doing the same thing. These are, typically they were 80 to 100 person tournaments that were all Warhammer Fantasy, now splitting into all these different communities. So for the Kings of War tournament we had at Wapaka, it was a U.S. Masters qualifier, but only 20 players showed up. Still, it's solid, you know, because we're just getting this game going for the region.
Yeah, I'm really kind of discouraged because the South went full shed in the Kings of War, and I feel like, how did we let them overshadow us? So I'm kind of embarrassed by it because no one down there is any damn good. And that's why Dan King went there. We know that. So,
I gave Dan King a hard time about not coming here and going down to Texas.
You're at Dan King.
I said he was running away from Kara Brown.
Yeah,
our
straight up.
North American champion. She's right over there. So,
she has a sack with your ass in it, by the way, Dan King. So in case you need that, it'll be in Chicago. So.
Well, what happened is before the nation even had voted for which direction they were going, the South got all the TOs together in one room, said, we're going to be a cohesive unit. Whichever way we vote, we're going to all go that direction every tournament. And they did. They voted in favor of Kings of War. They did get player feedback first before they went that direction. But then they all went in and said, this is going to be our game. We're not going to run convention style events. We're going to jump right into this. And you know what? They haven't missed a beat.
No, they really haven't. You know,
and I'm jealous.
Yeah. The team down there is really, I mean, every month I see something else where they had another 40 or 50 people come out from another Kings of War tournament. You know, where I'm at in Ohio, we're so fractured like Dayton, Cincinnati, Kings of War, Columbus, Ninth Age, or whatever nonsense they're playing.
Well, even this room, we have Age of Sigmar, Kings of War, Ninth Age, all in one room together. And I'm crossing over, you know, saying hi to friends and playing these other games. I'm like, yeah, I want to all be playing one game, but unfortunately it's not that way right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people want to play bad games. I don't understand it.
I won't go there.
That's all right, I will. I don't care. I'll hurt feelings. I'm good like that.
The biggest thing about what we're doing here today is that we want the people who aren't here to see what's going on, so that they do come out.
Right. Well, we have an exciting event coming up that Mark Cox and I are putting together, the National Campaign Day for July 9th.
Yes.
And our hope is to get so many people across the whole nation and, ironically, the whole world, because Dan King contacted me and wants to be a part of that. And so they're going to be doing our National Campaign Day in the UK at that same time. We have some people from Canada that are wanting to do it. So it's going to be an international campaign day. What's going to be really exciting is it's going to be a live event. So everybody's going to know ahead of time the first scenario, and then after that, you're not going to know the scenarios until your time's up, you've turned in your results, and then there's going to be bonuses and scenarios each round.
I can't tell you how much I love the idea behind it.
Oh, I'm really excited.
Yeah. You know, we only got like 4 people that play Kings of War where we're at, and you know, Pittsburgh as a group is a mess.
Right.
You know, but we're going to try to compete as locally as we can and just be involved because it's just a cool thing.
Yeah. Well, what's beautiful about it is if you have an internet connection, so you can report your results, and you have 2 people in a basement, you can take part.
You guys in a garage?
A garage? That'll work.
That's weird. Wow. I mean, so you mean like me and Kyle could do this?
Yes. Yes. So it doesn't matter if it's 2 people or 20 people or more at a game store or a club pulling something together. Everybody's going to be all on that same page, and I'm really excited to see how it gets pulled off.
Where can we get some more information on that at?
So we have a Facebook page right now. I believe it's U.S. Campaign Day is what it's called. And if you just ask, I mean, it's a private group that's open to the public, so you have to ask to join. We're approving everybody to join in there. Mark Cox, who's the TO for Lone Wolf, and I are running it, and I'm here at Adepticon. We both are like, well, let's get the word out there, but then we're going to actually hit this really hard after this weekend. And some more information is going to be coming out. Basically, you're going to pre-make your lists. So you're going to make a 1,000-point list, a 1,500-point list, a 2,000-point list, and then you're going to make essentially a sideboard of 200 points and 300 points that you could add to your 1,500-point army.
It's sexy.
That needs to happen if the bonuses align. And you want all of that prepared because you want to be able to say, okay, here's my results from this game. We quick calculate. We say, here's your next scenario. Go. And it's like a tournament nationwide.
Yeah, I'm really pumped for this because I really dig the narrative gaming because as much shit as I talk, I'm actually not that good of a player. So the narrative thing, it just sounds like it's going to be such a blast. So I'm really excited for it. Kyle, you got anything else?
That's it. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see how we do this turn because after that first round, I think people are going to be a little bit
Two stampedes.
That's right.
What's up? Yeah. I've been taking it easy on you.
All right.
So really, it's Chris's fault.
Probably.
Yeah. So, thanks for your time, my man.
Thank you,
I
guys.
appreciate it.
Keep up the work on your YouTube channel.
Take care.
Thanks.
All right, Mastercraft Gaming fans, I am here with Kara Brown, last year's Adepticon tournament champion.
Yep.
You are here to defend your title.
Yep.
We are at the end of day one right now.
We are.
Last year, what was your army?
My army last year was Abyssal Dwarfs.
This year, you switched over to...
Basilians.
What made you switch?
Basilians was my very first army in Kings of War. Decided to do it because I thought they were cool at the beginning. It was my first wargaming army ever. And won a whole lot in 1.0 with them. Turns out they got nerfed quite a bit in 2.0. Not quite as easy to win with. So they're still a very tough army, but they're not doing quite as well today as my Abyssal Dwarves last year. But they're doing pretty well, and not a lot of people play them. So I just really wanted to use the army and the models that I had. And,
I think it's important because you weren't a big wargamer ahead of time.
Right.
And now you've gotten yourself into this, and you're on a huge stage in such a short amount of time. And to me, for a new player that wants to get into this game, that's a tremendous accomplishment, especially coming from you just to be here and to be a part of this. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah,
I'm happy you're here.
And I'll tell you, for a new player and for a girl playing this, which is not traditionally a female hobby, the Kings of War community is awesome. So they completely welcoming, never felt weird, never felt left out. Women can play this game. Anybody can play this game. I know a 10-year-old who plays this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anybody can learn it. Anybody can do well. If they practice, they'd make a good army. It's not about list building. It's not about the meta. We had somebody walk across. That's cool. Anyways, so, it's about strategy, tactics, and playing well.
Right.
So, the general matters more than anything else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's kudos to you.
Yeah.
Fist bump. All right. Thank you, Kara.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.